We started this foundation to say our contribution would be towards skills development to the indigent as well as the bright young sparks in our society. And so far we're seeing an increase annually. And now we have 244 players. We managed to raise $1 million last year with 62 Phobos, and this year we think that the number will grow and increase, and the more we do it, we're going to spread it and expand throughout the country and go beyond Wits University as well as the University of the Northwest where we are.
From the bottom of my heart, I believe that it's for someone to take money off his pocket and say, I'll be able to just take you to school and afford you with the opportunity to have the greatest weapon, which is education. Someone who's been helped, who's been through what I'm going through now. I think you don't even have to be asked. I think it's gonna be within you to feel like you need to now give back, to give someone who's going through what you're going through at the moment, so they can be able to actually now proceed and go forward like you did.
I play golf. I'm a golfer myself. I've been playing for 2 years and I'm enjoying it, and I hope to have a great day. Well done, Popo, Mr. Molefe.
I'm always happy to participate here because I think it benefits the underprivileged, and it's a good thing, especially in the area like Northwest where it's very rural, and Popo Molefe is doing a lot for the community.
I think the event will benefit the communities. I'm seeing the number of people that came supporting and everyone around, and really I think it shows that people are supporting the community around.
It's a very good thing that he's doing because the money that he gets, he doesn't put it in his pocket. If everybody could do that on a small or big scale, I think everybody in the country will do well.
The reason we're here, we're participating, is to come and support this, because they say, hand that gives, receives. And out of this exercise, we'll always see the smiling faces. I thank you.
To the sponsors, all I like to say is that supporting me is not just supporting Mokoena, it is supporting a whole community, just stating and making sure that everyone else knows that their dreams can also be made with the support of other people. So all this is Ubuntu, just helping others get to where they want to get to.
Young people have to be educated, to be professionals. If you look at the big economies like South Korea, Japan, they are where they are because of education.
Lovely weather, lovely golf.
Well, the competition at Sun City is 3 years running, but the foundation itself has been in existence now for 20 years. Every society that has education as a cornerstone of its development policies succeeds, because it is only when people have the tools that they have been armed with to fashion their future are able to be innovative, to be creative, to become entrepreneurs, and to work hard to change the world and to become competitive globally with various other educated people beyond the boundaries of South Africa. So education is very much central. You can shout radical economic transformation, you can shout the need to take the land, but that land, even if you take it and people do not have education, it will continue to lie fallow, nothing will happen to it.
The course was just not easy at all. But we tried our best. We finished. We managed to start from 1 to 18.
This is my second time I'm coming to the Popo Molefe Foundation to support his charity. I was here 2 years ago. So I feel honored to be part of this occasion to support a worthy cause in supporting his foundation.
I'm Iman Manyoni, 20 years of age. I'm from Pretoria in a township called Mabopani. I'm a final year student at Wits University studying International Relations and Media Studies. I am a beneficiary of Popo Molefe Foundation.
I'm Tando Bogozela. I'm a fourth year LLB student studying at NW, the Potchefstroom campus. Next year, I'm planning on working and also doing my law school at night because law school classes are at night. So I'm doing that next year. And the following year, I'm doing my articles and writing the bar the third year.
I'm thankful that I could be invited to come and participate here this weekend. There is no doubt in anybody's mind that in particular in South Africa, the youth, the education, as well as the leadership training is going to be the key for the future.
We are very proud to be associated with the Popo Molefe Foundation. As Abraham Lincoln said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. We believe in a viable future in South Africa and a future that can only be achieved by investing in education, offering opportunities and developing the skills of our youth.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Popo Molefe Foundation. We are absolutely thrilled to have you here. We are looking forward for an amazing evening. We have amazing stuff that you're going to have to look at. We have amazing food. We have amazing music. And you all look absolutely amazing. You're going to have a good company. The theme for this evening is the Panama Night. But I think I wanted to just share with you about the Popo Molefe Foundation. The Popo Molefe Foundation is about uplifting youth at the very bottom of the economic pyramid. The foundation ethos is bound by the belief that education is the primary and inalienable right of each and every child in South Africa. Not only South Africa, but I think it's a global right. The foundation actively engages partnerships with the businesses community to fund its programs. It's acutely aware of the importance of the youth in the creation of a society that upholds the values of our constitution, that creates opportunities and potential for growth and prosperity for all South Africans. South Africa is one of the youngest populations in the world, and almost a third of the 55 million people in this country is under the age of 15 years. That's according to Stats SA. This in turn has created a dilemma of national proportions, with 63% of South Africa's unemployed being below the age of 24. It is in this sense that Dr. Molefe believes the foundation can play a key role in providing young people with the knowledge and the skills to make a positive contribution to nation building and prosperity. Since the time when he was the Premier of the Northwest in 1994, Dr. Molefe has propelled education among the disadvantaged. Long before the creation of the foundation, he got sponsorship for learners at institutions both in our country and abroad. This included students studying in Atlanta, in the US, in Netherlands, and in the UK. And as a reminder, later on during the program, I'll actually introduce you to some of our graduates. I'll also have one reference testimony of a student that actually is going to give his testimony in this. We are very fortunate this evening to actually have the MEC for Tourism of the Northwest in our midst. So why don't we actually just give a warm welcome to our MEC for Tourism in the Northwest, Desba Mahona. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening once more. Trustee and partners of Dr. Popo Molefe Foundation, chairs of companies, I'm told, CEOs, very important people. If you don't take those people seriously, your company will go down. We appreciate your coming today. Beneficiaries of Dr. Popo Molefe Foundation, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media tonight, you are welcome in the Northwest Province. When Dr. Popo Molefe invited me to share with you a word or two and welcome you to the Northwest, I said with two arms, because to me, my job is being judged by arrival in the province. You are my guests, all of you, because you have arrived here. And make sure that you spend as much as you can in our restaurant. You take a short left, le shapile round in actual fact tonight. And enjoy a shapa round Yalona Northwest. And Repopo, I'm very grateful that you have brought this a golf around this area. Because what people don't understand, we have just launched last week in Durban, I Do Tourism, which means tourism is everybody's business. Make sure that you make a contribution, because this is the sector that creates jobs. This is the sector that sustains the GDP of the country. So we appreciate so much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a phone call away. Anything that you want to know, if you want to go to our parks, if you want to go anywhere, I'm just a phone call away. I'm just saying, I want you to, I know you were at the golf the whole day. I don't know how to play golf. I'm a softballer. I play softball. I don't play golf. I don't know how to play it in Tate Popo. Maybe you'll teach me. They like saying politician softball, golf. They are just displaying. Most of us, we don't know how to play golf. And I play softball. So I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your coming to our province for the days that you are here. And we are saying at the Northwest government, we are saying continue to come. Next week, we are buzzing with the summers in this Sun City again. Come back again. Come and enjoy with us. Have a wonderful evening. I thank you.
Friends, what I want to do is I want to introduce you to some of the graduates. We actually have 5 of the graduates here this evening, and we want you to have a look at them and see the result of your support, your sponsorship, your enthusiasm, and what it actually has. Stephen Glover is a BSc Honours Computational and Mathematics graduate from Wits University, and he has just recently graduated. He's the young man right there at the back. Wave, Sithle. Sithle is looking for a job. Sithle just graduated with BSc Honours in Computational and Mathematics from Wits University. Next we have Mokuno Moloto. She's a BA Honours graduate from Wits University in Media Studies. Next I have Tando Vokozela, a 4-year LLB student at the University of the Northwest. That's the Potchefstroom campus. A big round of applause. Tando Vokozela, 4th year LLB student. Then we have Rifilwe Poleng. Is Rifilwe here? Rifilwe is a 3rd year Bachelor of Accounting Sciences at Wits University. Wave, Rifilwe. There we go. Come on, guys, do better than that. Applaud them. And last but by no means any least, Iman Magnoni, a 3rd year BA degree at International Relations and Media Studies at Wits University. Iman, wave so that they can see you. There we go, there we go. Look at her. I'm going to now give a minute for about Sithle and Globo to come up. He's going to spend about 2 minutes and just sharing with us some of his experience. He's a recent graduate. He's a beneficiary of the Popo Molefe Foundation. and this is what we want to bring to you. Give him a round of applause, Edna.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Standing before you tonight is a young man from Soweto with big dreams and lofty aspirations, raised by a single mother from humble beginnings. In 2016, I enrolled for my honors degree at the University of the Witwatersrand. With no sponsor in sight and funding, things looked bleak and the challenge of raising tuition fees seemed insurmountable. Before I was introduced to the foundation, I faced serious financial constraints which impacted me immensely. During my undergraduate degree, I was formally employed by South Point Property Company, which provides student accommodation, as its brand ambassador and resident assistant for 2 years. I worked there in order to raise some funds for my university studies, books, and subsistence. Over time, with a demanding year ahead, balancing school books and work proved to be difficult. My creative strategy of multitasking was no longer a viable solution. During that same year, I was fortunate to be introduced by South Point Property Company to the Popo Molefe Foundation. Thanks to the foundation, I was able to cover all my tuition fees and complete my honors degree within the field of computational and applied mathematics. Our greatest prayer and hope is that this foundation should grow in stature so that it may continue to change many more lives of the youth for the better. Thank you.
I think in order to avoid time wasting, Winston Skosana Twiza, can you come over here? We have Twiza and we have Uber over on the side, and they're actually going to start with some of the auction items.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The first item for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, that we are going to auction, in true South African tradition and style, a product that is produced in South Africa. It's a sparkling wine produced by a wine farm in Hermanas called Creations. It's based in Hermel and Arde, one of the famous regions of the tradition of producing wine in the country. It's owned by a Swiss gentleman called Jean-Claude and a South African lady called Caroline. Caroline is actually born from a family of wine producing in this country. It was specially shipped from Cape Town on Thursday. It sells for 350 rands per bottle. But I'm going to start at a floor price of 200 rands, and can I see those hands? 200 rands for 2 bottles, by the way. As I told you that 1 bottle costs 350. I can see one hand there. At 250, 400, at 400, 500. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is so hungry, he thinks that I'm going to delay this process, and I'm going to take that offer price for 3,000 rand, 2 bottles of MCC. Please give him a big round of applause. The next one, still from the same wine farm. This is a Voinier, white wine. This is a special edition, it's called number 43. Just to give you a brief history of number 43, there's a house in Swaziland, number 43 Solani Park, owned by a famous lady called Umagogo. The retail price of this Voina is 250 rands, and I'm going to start it at 200 rands, not Swaziland currency, South African rands. I can see a hand there, 200 rands, 250, 500, 600. I don't see any hands this side, 600, 600. Are you saying 2,000 rands there? 3,000 rands going once, going twice, Alagasha, Eyakobab. The next item, ladies and gentlemen, is Sun Vacation Club, voucher, midweek stay for 4 adults and 2 kids for 2 nights. The retail price of this, I'm told, is 6,000 rands, but I'm going to start it at 2,000 bucks. At 2,000 bucks, I see one hand there. 3,000 going once, going twice, 4,000, I see 4,000 rands there. 5,000 rands there, going once, going twice. Alagash, give it to him, 5,000 rands. The next one is the same one. The only difference with this one is that this is a weekend one. At 2,000 rands, can I see those hands, ladies and gentlemen? I see 2,000 there, 2,000 rands, 3,000 rands, 6,000, going once, going twice. It's yours, my brother. I must explain this one. At the Palace Hotel for 2 nights, 4 rooms, which means it's 8 people. You come together as 8 people or 4 couples. 3,500, I saw a hand there. 6,000 there. 6,000 rands there. 8,000 rands there. 8,000, 10,000 there. 10,000 rands there. 12,000 going once, going twice. It's yours, my brother. Cape Town is in South Africa. This one is Table Bay Hotel. 2 nights, midweek for 4 people at the Table Bay Hotel in Cape Town. 3,500, Table Bay Hotel for 4 people, 2 nights. 3,005, table 5,005, 5,005, 5,005, going once, going twice, table hotel is yours, my brother.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the succulent. What we're about to do now is to proceed with the prize giving. So rest assured that we are still hoping that you support the rest of the evening by digging your pockets. Are the trustees here tonight? Can I please, Professor Tommy Duplessis? Honorable Ismail Ayub, are you here? Honorable Ismail Ayub, thank you very much. So, starting from the 19th at Gary Player, longest drive, ladies and gentlemen. John Molefe on the 16th hole wins a night putter with 1,200. Congratulations. Molefe. On the 7th hole, same accomplishment, nearest to the pin. Let me welcome Mike Moahi. Mike takes a night putter, valued at 1,200. Congratulations, Dr. Moahi. Congratulations, sir. Thank you, Captain. All right. Still on nearest to the pin, 19th. That was Gary Player. Let's go to Lost City on the 8th hole. Hansi Squillet. Congratulations. Hansi takes a Nike putter at 1,200 bucks. Congratulations. On the 13th hole, nearest to the pin, Tim Ellis. Thank you. Thank you. 9th hole for men, F. Oren. Lost City. F. Oren wins the Ozone Golf Bag with 3,000 rand. Let's go to Gary Player. Longest drive for men on the 9th hole, Homotos Hobela. wins a BMW golf bag plus an umbrella, courtesy of the good people at Joburg Auto. Yes, sir. Followed on the 10th hole, ladies, Kiriboni Mose also wins a BMW golf bag and an umbrella with a value of 3,000 rands. A round of applause to our ladies. Let me call the CFO, Mr. Gary Peters, and Iman from Howie, the Vice President of Howie, to please come to help me with the next following prizes. How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. On the 7th hole, Bailey Kobana. Congratulations. Followed by, on the 16th hole, Moses Ntwane also takes a sand wedge, 1,000 rand, 1,200 value. Do we have Selo Motau, 13th hole nearest to the pin? Congratulations, Selo. Okay, let's go to today. Lost City, nearest to the pin. On the 10th hole. Where my ladies at? Jody Domini. Congratulations, Jody. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be counting from top 5 to the number 1. But between now and then, I'll give you another chance for a glass of wine.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had time to look at the paintings on display on both sides of this room. And the first one, again, keeping to the beautiful tradition of South Africa. We won the Rugby World Cup in 1995. Beautiful painting there, signed by all the players. At a start price of 10,000 rands. I see one hand there at the start price of 10,000 rand. Can I see someone outbidding for 11,000 rands? 14,000 rands? 15,000 rands? 16,000 rands? I've got 16 here. 18,000 rands, I've got a hand there. At 19,000 rands, at 20,000 rands, ladies and gentlemen. 21,000? 21,000? Going once, going twice, you've got 22,000, 23,000 rands, 23,000 rands, 23,000 rands, 25 going once, you've got it, my brother. Oh, 27,000. Hey, my daughter, 27,000 rands there. I'm sure you can make it 30 and we close it. 30,000 rands, going once, going twice, it's all yours, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a special painting, A.B. de Villiers, well-known South African cricketer, at the floor price of 5,000 rands. Can I see those hands? I've got one hand at 5,000 rands. 6,000 rands, 7,000 rands, 8,000, 11,000 rands going once, going twice, you've got it. Waiters and waitresses, can you please have order? This is a special item we're auctioning here. Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, the legends themselves. At 30,000 rands, can I see someone outbid him at 35,000 rands? 35,000 rands, 40. At 40,000 rands, at 50,000 rands, going once, going twice, you've got it, 50,000 rands. Daniel Novella is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. He's an artist. He's exhibited his works in New York, Switzerland, in Germany, and of course in South Africa. I'm going out at 10,000 rand. I'm not leaving the house on 10,000 rand on this one. I've got one hand here for 10,000 rand. 15,000. 20,000 rands going once, going twice. It's yours, my sister. Again, I'm not leaving the floor at 10,000 rand for this one. I see one hand at 10,000. 15, 16, 17, 20,000, 21, 21,000, 21,000 going once, 26,000 going once, going twice. You've got it, Elias. Can you please bring this one forward? This one is called my 1,000's bicycle. Can I see those hands at 5,000 rands for this one? At 5,000 rands, 6,000, 7,000, 10,000, or 11,000 there. I can see 11,000 there. 12,000, going once, going twice. At 12,000 you've got my brother. I've got this one from Daniel Novella, the very last one. It shows an African woman. At 10,000 rands, can I see those hands, ladies and gentlemen? 10,000. 12,000. 11, 17, 20, 21, 21,000, 22,000, 22,000, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, 25, 26, 26, 27, 27, 27, 28, 28, 29, 29, 30, 30, 31, 31, 32, 32, 33, 33, 34, 34, 35, 35, 36, 37, 37, 38, 38, I'm going to lose my voice, 39, 39, 40, 40, 41, 41, going once, 42, 42, 43, 43, 44, 44, 45, 45, 45, yeah, give up. Only ask my brother, 45,000, give him that very applause.
Thank you so much, everybody. This was an amazing evening. We raised a lot of money. It's for the benefits of the students, it's for the scholars, it's for a worthy cause. So thank you very much. We have some amazing prizes, bags, clubs, DSTV, Nike bags, top bags, and various other stuff. Okay, on third prize, day one, on 40 points, Gary Player Country Club, R. Ludica. Okay, Ludica's friend is not here, or there's no Ludica here. The second prize on 42 points, Gary Player, first day, Thailand Nina, 42 points, Gary Player. I'm busy. Well done. And our winner for day one on Gary Player Country Club, Skiba Mangani on 42 points on the count out. There's your prize. Very well done. Okay, Gary Player, day number 2 on 34 points on the count out. Ndaba Nkomo. Ndaba Nkomo. He gets a DSTV Explorer, Ndaba. The second prize on day 2 at Gary Player with 35 points, we have Kenneth Brown. Kenneth Brown, he gets a tailor-made rescue club valued at 1,200 bucks. And the very first prize on day 2, on 38 points, Shane Hartman. Well done, Shane. This is yours. Enjoy it. Take a picture over there. Second place, there are only 2 prizes for the Velocity on day 1. On 92 points. 92 points. They get travel bags with 1,500 rand each. That is KK, Soso, KG. Where are they? We need the winners of the Velocity on day 1. They had 94 points and they win a prize at the Soho Hotel for each one of them. That is John, Tabang, Robert, and Tebogo. We have Velocity Day 2. What they've won on 97 points, and they each get, this is second prize, they each get the Popo watches, valued at 2,500 rand. That will be Andrew, Tseho, Mathabi, and Salo. Are they here? Or do they forfeit? We have the first prize for the Velocity Day 2 on 103 points. 103 points. Their prize is a stay at the Sun International Sabaya Hotel for their 4-ball. That is Timothy, Patrick, Michael, and Mike. The prize will be handed over by Mtata Popo Molefe or Dr. Popo Molefe, Mtata Salo Mathango, and Lucas Teki, the Group CEO of Southern Palace. This is the main prize and also the 2017 overall winner of the Popo Molefe Foundation Golf Charity Event. And the winner on 42 points on a count out, Skiba Mongade! Skiba Mongade! Skiba Mongade! Come on guys, give him a round of applause. He worked hard. He worked hard. I don't know what's his day job, but he worked hard on the golf course. On Velocity, day 2, 95 points. That is Edwin, Boitumi, Calvin, and Logan. On the count out of 95 points, second day, Velocity, is it Amo, Fufu, Eddie, and Hobobo. Congratulations with them. And Velocity Day 2, Raymond, Rodney, Ryan, and Kutsai, they actually get 5th place. Let's go to number 6. Those guys fought for their prize. Is Tim, Opa, Mamsi, and Tamana here? We're gonna get rid of these prizes. We're not taking it back. Lesego doesn't have any more pedal bag to drive all these bags back to Joburg. We have our top lady that actually worked very well. Wendy Lewis. Is Wendy around? Is Wendy still here? Come on, guys. Give a round of applause for Wendy. Well done. Well done. You got an iron, you got a toaster, you got a kettle, you got a fryer. I don't know what else. Please take a photo over there. Can I have a Velocity Golf Club Day 2? George, Wendy, Smanga, and Timberland. Bonnie, Wade, and Jack, are they here? Guys, what we've done, we've exhausted all of the prizes, all the members that we wanted to give a prize. So we have prizes here. So now I'm going to be a little bit more smart about this. Who hates golf? Come get a prize. Congratulations. Who got messed up in the watering hole? Did you get sloshed in the water hole? Come get a prize. We have a prize here for Tatu Langeni. 90 years old, Tatu Langeni still plays golf. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to please just acknowledge all of this was done by one person, Molefe. She worked tirelessly. She needs a medal to be able to work with Tatu Molefe. But she has worked amazing to make this a big success. So why don't we give her a big round of applause as a big thank you. Okay, Molefe is going to talk about the raffle. Thank you very much.
Firstly, I want to thank everyone for being so nice. I'm very shy, so can I please have another round of applause? So today we sold some raffle tickets, and if you have your raffle ticket, I'd like you to keep it closer to you. And this is all in benefit of the foundation. And I'm going to give 4 generous prizes. In fact, we'll make it 5. 5 generous prizes for this raffle. And voucher we are giving is a midweek break at the Selborne Golf Estate and Spa, and another midweek Selborne Golf Estate and Spa. So you can take anybody here and another person who wins. And the number goes to, not supposed to, number 39 and number 73. I'm picking 2 at a time. Two numbers, number 19 and 20. This one is to go. Number 19, yes, she also gets a stay at Selborne Golf Estate. I've got one last one, it's the Wild Coast Sun, a golfing play, and number 178. Yeah. 118. With that said, I do want to thank everybody. As I step out and bow out from this weekend, I would like to call upon the stage Mr. Dr. Popo Simon Molefe to come and give a final vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, Program Director. It's an absolute pleasure for us to be sharing this evening with all of you. And in particular, I need to thank the golfers who spent 2 days walking 2 very difficult golf courses. I'd like to thank Bobli Molefe, my wife, Lesego. We are a trio that put together this event. And I'd like to invite all of you who are willing to volunteer to help the Popo Molefe Foundation to operate in the most professional way. May I quickly then thank also our beneficiaries, the students, for spending time as volunteers with us, and all other volunteers who have been there. Sihle, your speech on behalf of the beneficiaries was very powerful. It was very powerful. I listened to you and almost shed a tear. May I also thank a couple of our loyal partners, Southern Palace and Tate Mahlangu, Lucas Teki. Tabu Msoludi is the Chief Operating Officer of Sun International. They have done amazing work, a very remarkable job. They've given us all these big prizes that you were either auctioning or you were giving to people. All those hotel rooms for those number of days, and those days to play the Gary player, all came from Sun International. All in all, giving us the prices of approximately 156,000 rand. Then we have our partners Huawei and Altec, Best Fans, Best Steel, Into IT Technologies, Dot Black, Siswai, Marketing and Branding, as well as Impulse, Alcom, which is part of Altec. They are very enthusiastic supporters of this foundation. JT, Lerego Investments. Cedric Mampuru, thank you very much for standing behind us. And Tseko Ratseko, without that support of yours, this would be a pipe dream. Global Airways and the Pro Shop. All of them have contributed generously to make this day a success. And I have no doubt that without them standing behind us, we would have not been able to stand on our weak legs. I think it is opposite that we all stand up to observe a moment of silence in observance of the passing away of the CEO of Global Airways, who was also my golfing partner, Ronald Finger, who was with us here last year. He died of cancer after many, many months of struggle, and he tried to go and get doctors who could help. May we please rise and observe a moment of silence in memory of Ronald Finger. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you very much. Sit down. My clarion call to all of you, dear friends, is that we all come to the party. Let us work together. I promise that next year we will make this much better in terms of the quality of the organization, the numbers, and the amount of monies that we raise. And we can only do so if we get more credible people from amongst you in your companies joining us. Give us just a little bit of your time, company. We want you to support us out of your passion. And if you have quality services to offer, obviously, the companies that we serve in will recognize your services, and they will want you to be a partner in assisting them to change the conditions of our country and the lives of our people. So we're asking you, therefore, to join us, to walk with us the remaining mile of the journey of the Popo Molefe Foundation. Thank you very much for tolerating me.
The event is formally closed, and I think we can have some music and wine and whatever we need to do. But thank you so much. Have a good evening. God bless you.